Welcome to another Learn to Read Thai tutorial. This one's number 17, and today I'll be covering those consonants that make J and CH sounds. In English we need a consonant cluster to make a CH sound, but that's not the case in Thai. There are single consonants that have that sound. Once we finish today's tutorial, there's not actually that much more to do. Few more vowels, few more consonants, and then we'll be able to move on to some more interesting stuff. One problem that you may have at the moment is remembering all of the material that we've covered already. There's been quite a lot. And if you have a problem with a certain vowel or consonant, you might not know where to go to get information. So what I've been doing, as we've been going along, is updating this web page with a table of contents. So if, for example, you come across this consonant and you can't remember the rules for it, what sounds it makes as an initial or final consonant, what class it is, whatever, just go to this page, find this consonant, and it will tell you that was covered in video tutorial 3. So that should be quite a useful resource. These are the 4 consonants that we're going to cover today. I'll just make a few comments first, and then in the usual fashion I'll get my native Thai speaking assistant to give you the correct pronunciation for the names of the consonants, and then we'll do a few sample words. This consonant here is the only Thai consonant that makes a J sound. J sound is the initial consonant, T sound as a final consonant. Now, for some reason, and I think by now you will all know my thoughts about transliteration, many Thai words and names that use this consonant are transliterated to CH. I don't know why, because to my ears it's clearly a J sound. The famous university in Bangkok, Chulalongkorn, is one example. It uses consonant but uses a CH. And I will give you another example when we do the sample words. There's also another strange thing when words are being transliterated the other way, coming from English to Thai. So we have a word like jam. When it comes back into Thai, instead of using this J sound to match the J, Thais will use this one, which makes a Y sound. So instead of eating jam with their bread, they eat yam. And in the same way, they wear Levi jeans and not Levi jeans. Now, in a previous tutorial, I theorised that there was a lot of German input with the transliteration, and that this may be the reason why. The next 2 consonants make CH sounds as initial consonants and T sounds as final consonants. It's fairly straightforward. This one is much more common. You'll see this one a lot more than you'll see this one. And this one is low class, this one is high class. It goes without saying that there will be problems with transliteration, and what you often find is that with this consonant, when it's used as a final consonant, it should just be a T, but the transliteration system will often use CH. The Thai word for diamond uses this consonant as a final consonant, and that word is also used in the first syllable of a very long road in Thailand called Phet Phet Kasem. This road is hundreds of miles long, goes through several provinces, and you'll find that many towns and cities have a Phet Kasem road. When transliterating that name, all you need is a PET, but often that's not what you find. When Thais write it, they will include an unnecessary and confusing H. For some reason, Thais think that whenever they write an English P, K or T, they have to write an H afterwards. I don't know why they do it, but they do it all the time. And then what you'll often find is that instead of using a T at the end, they will use the CH as if it's an initial consonant and not a final consonant. So you end up with Pech Kasem and not Pet Kasem. The final consonant is very rare. It's never used as a final consonant, and even as an initial consonant, it's only used very rarely. In my Thai dictionary, I can only find 4 words. 2 of those words relate to cremation, but whenever I hear Thais talking about cremation, they use a completely different word. So this is a consonant that you'll maybe not see at all, or you will see very rarely. The other thing to be a little bit careful of with the Thai consonants is that many look quite similar. This one here looks very similar to one of the S consonants that we did previously, except that when it's an S consonant, you've got this extra little notch here, which you haven't got here. And there are some consonants that we haven't done yet that look quite similar to this one. For example, this one here, this has got the little loop on the outside rather than the inside, and this makes an N sound. And there are a few other consonants that look quite similar. I'll cover those later. So just be a bit careful with the ones that look similar because they have different sounds. One other small point to mention is that although I told you this consonant makes a CH sound as an initial consonant, when I hear Thais say certain words, it sounds more to my ear like SH rather than CH. For example, the Thai word for hour, shuamong, sounds more to me like an SH than a CH. In English, we've got 2 different consonant clusters to differentiate between those 2 sounds, but that isn't the case in Thai. There's just one consonant, but with different words, it seems to take on a slightly different sound. Now let's go through the names of these new consonants. Firstly,
จอจานจอจานจอจาน
that means plate.
ชอชิงชอชิงชอชิง
That means cymbal, as in a musical instrument.
ชอช้างชอช้างชอช้าง
That means elephant.
ชอกระเชอชอกระเชอชอกระเชอ
And that's a kind of tree. Here's the first word, the first sample word. And what you will see is one of the new consonants in the middle. That's the initial consonant. That's the J sound. And when you see a Sara A and a Maitaku, it just makes an English E sound. And then our final consonant is the Do Dek that makes a T sound as a final consonant. Regarding the tone rules, this is a mid-class initial consonant. Because it ends with a T sound, it's a dead syllable, and this is a short vowel, so it makes a low tone.
เจ็ดเจ็ดเจ็ด
And that means 7, the number 7 in Thai. On to the next word. My Pom's just going to erase the initial consonant and write a new one. So she's taken out the J and replaced it with a CH consonant. And this also affects the tone rules slightly because this consonant is low class and the one she just removed was mid class. So now we have a low class consonant. It's still dead, it's still short, but that combination gives a high tone.
เช็ดเช็ดเช็ด
And that word means wipe. And now she's not going to rub it out, she's just going to add a word on the front. Now if you remember from, I think it was the last tutorial where we did the P consonant, see we have one of the P consonants followed by the long R vowel, and we have the second tone mark. So the tone rule for this word, we have a high class initial consonant and we're using the second tone mark, so we get a falling tone.
ผ้าผ้าผ้า
That word means fabric or cloth. So now what we have, we have cloth, wipe, and we're going to add another word on the back. Okay, so we have the do dao initial consonant, and then if you remember this mahanagat and the warwan, the W consonant, when they're written in combination, they make an ua sound. And the tone rule, this is a mid-class consonant, and it's a live syllable, so it's just a mid-tone. And this word means body. So what we have altogether is we have a fabric or cloth to wipe body. And that's actually the Thai word for a bath towel. So I'll get Pom to give you the pronunciation for that.
ผ้าเช็ดตัวผ้าเช็ดตัวผ้าเช็ดตัว
So if you go to a hotel and you want some more towels, that's the word to ask for. Now we're just going to modify it again slightly. So I'm going to take off that final word for body and replace it with another word. Now what we have now, we have the ho heap, the H consonant, but that's not pronounced. That's only there for tone purposes. The actual initial consonant is the sound-wise is this one, which is an N, the nor-nu. And we have the second tone mark, and then we have the long R again. So although the word starts with an H consonant, the sound is an N, and this one here is only to give the word a high class initial consonant. So it has for tone purposes, it has a high tone initial consonant, and it uses the second tone mark, so that gives it a falling tone. I hope that's not too confusing. So let Pom give you the pronunciation for the whole word.
ผ้าเช็ดหน้าผ้าเช็ดหน้า
This final word means face. So now we have a cloth to wipe face, which will be the Thai word for a face flannel. And now we're going to modify the word once more. So I'll take off that word for face and get Pom to write another word. So what we have now is the Morma M initial consonant, and then we have the long vowel written above. And because there's no final consonant, we need to write an or-ang on the back. And for the tone, this is a low-class initial consonant, and it's a live syllable, so it's just a mid-tone.
ผ้าเช็ดมือผ้าเช็ดมือผ้าเช็ดมือ
This final word means hand. So now we have a cloth to wipe your hand, like a hand cloth. So and if you want to talk about a mat to wipe your feet, that will be pa chet towel. On to the next word. This could also be a very useful word if you're in Thailand and you have a sort of an emergency medical situation. So initial consonant, we have one of the CH consonants, then the short U vowel written below, then the gorgai, which makes an unreleased K sound as a final consonant. And the second part of the word, the Sara A and the Sara I, when written together, they just make an sound. The initial consonant is the CH, and the final consonant is the N, not nor-nu.
ฉุกเฉินฉุกเฉินฉุกเฉิน
That means emergency, and that's a word you will see written on big signs in hospitals. And the tone rules for both syllables of the word, we have a high-class initial consonant. The first syllable, it's dead because it ends with a K sound, and it's a short vowel, so that has a low tone. And this one, it's actually a live syllable. So it's high-class initial consonant and live syllable, which gives it a rising tone. So low and rising. I'll just let Pom say that one more time.
ฉุกเฉินฉุกเฉินฉุกเฉิน
I'm trying to keep these tutorials as simple as I can, but that's not always as easy as it seems. Without there being any students in front of me, it's very difficult for me to gauge whether you understand or not. I know that I don't always explain things very well, and I know that sometimes I forget things. So if you have a problem understanding, it's probably my fault. So let me know in the comments. And if there is a problem, I'll do a follow-up video to try to make things a bit easier to understand. This next Thai word is the word for province. And the only reason I've included it is just to demonstrate what I was saying about transliteration earlier. We'll just look at the first syllable. So as you can see, it uses the J initial consonant, and then it's got a mahanagat, which is like an English U, and then the NG final consonant. Now, as far as I'm concerned, it's pronounced something like jung. But with the official transliteration system, it writes it like this, chang, chang, wat. Now, let me just get my native Thai-speaking assistant to pronounce the word for you, and I'll let you decide whether it's a J sound or a CH sound.
จังหวัดจังหวัดจังหวัด
Hey, it may be me. Maybe my ears are wrong, but when I see this consonant, I equate it to J, not CH. But transliteration will tell you it's CH. As I said at the start, we're almost there now, and if you've managed to keep up with everything so far, you're getting very close to the point of being able to read Thai to a very useful level. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon in tutorial 18.